Hey artists, I know we've been talking about art in all the different cultures across the world and from different times too. We talked about a long time ago there were these amazing vases and dishes and things from the Ming Dynasty. So we're going to make our own Ming Dynasty inspired vases with beautiful cherry blossom flowers. Follow along with me for all the steps. Today we're going to be making Ming style vases to put our beautiful cherry blossoms in. So I'm thinking about the shape of a vase. A vase is usually kind of round at the bottom, like a circle shape. And then the vase kind of curves up like this and like this, and then has an open part where the flowers go in. So if you've ever seen a vase, that's about the shape that many vases are. They're round down here to put your water in, and then you put your flowers down inside. Well, we want our vase to be symmetrical. That means it's exactly the same on this side as this side. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to fold our paper in half. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And I want you to get your piece of paper and I want you to fold it in half. Not the long skinny way, but the short kind of wide hamburger fold. There we go. Now it's so important that you draw on the folded part. That way when we cut it out, you fold it open and you have an amazing vase. If you draw on this side over here, it's going to open up and it's going to be broken because these sides are not connected. So fold your paper in half. Look for that folded spot. Touch the folded spot. That is where we're drawing. Set it down. Grab your pencil. And we are going to draw a nice big like half circle. So there's our half circle. And then I'm going to draw a piece that goes straight up, 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 all the way to the top. Kind of a little bit of a curved line. And now I'm going to go straight across. Now I'm just going to kind of outline around the edge. So there's that rounded area, and then we had our kind of curved C-shaped line there, and then our straight line there. When we cut this out, our vase is going to be the same on both sides. Now when I look, I'm making sure I drew it on that folded side, not the edge. Now keep it folded, get your scissors, and we're going to carefully cut out our vase. Go around the little half circle part. I'm cutting through both sides. Then around the little C-shaped curve. And then I cut off this top part. Boop. I'm going to take this part and get rid of it. Now when I open it, ooh, I have a beautiful vase shape. I love it. Now, we are going to add some blue designs, just like the vases from the Ming Dynasty. You can draw whatever you want on these. I noticed when we were looking at Ming Dynasty vases, many of them had dragons or flowers or even cool kind of Japanese style buildings and Chinese style buildings. So it's your choice of what you want to put on here, but we want to make sure we are using a nice dark blue. Now, some people have dark blue paint and they can be painting the designs on their Ming vase, and some of us don't have that, so we're going to be using our blue marker. Something else I noticed was fish. I saw some really cool fish on here. So, thinking about what you want to draw, I'm going to draw just some lines first, some little line designs that can guide my ideas. So I'm going to put a few little lines here. I really like the dragon one and I really like the fish one. So I think I'm going to do the fish. So I'm going to draw that kind of oval shape here and then a nice flowy tail for my fish. And there's my fish, and then I'm going to put some little fins. Now you could be putting whatever you want on here. If you wanted to do the dragon, that's amazing. I also saw lots of just kind of line designs that we could add to this vase. And I also saw lots of beautiful flowers. So I was thinking in this area, I could be adding some of those flower designs. But I know I'm not going to use any other colors because these vases were blue design with a white porcelain background. So that's why we used our white paper. And then we're using the blue for our design. So I'm going to color these flowers in. And I saw some really cool like little wispy leaves that went along in here. So anything that you think would look neat on your vase, you can be drawing. I could add some more line designs up here. So just use your imagination, use your blue, and design anything you like on your Ming vase. I continued adding some line designs, and I put some different little swirly lines and things, and I saw that some of the Ming vases had birds, and I really liked that. So I think I'm going to put a little bird up here. So I'm going to draw kind of that oval body and the tail that comes down. Kind of like this, and a little wing, and then I'm going to put the little bird's face kind of looking back this way. So there's his little beak and his eye, and I'll put a little branch for him to sit on. And I could put another bird over here. I'll put the bird's wing and its little body kind of back here. There's the tail coming down and the little bird face going this way. So the birds are kind of fun too. And then maybe I'll just put some little plants on the branch. So once you feel like you've really decorated this vase a lot, the next step is going to be to glue it to our background. I do have a lot of white space down here by my fish, so I'm thinking maybe I could put some little wave patterns. That looks fun. Okay, I'm starting to feel pretty satisfied with my blue design on my vase. So that means the next step is to glue this onto my background paper. So now we are going to grab a piece of construction paper and we're going to glue our vase to it. You could use any color. A nice tan looks good. Light blue looks pretty. Light green. Really any color you have or that you like. And you're going to take your glue stick and you're going to add the glue to the back of your vase all the way around the edge and then a squiggle through the middle. All right. And you're going to glue it at the very bottom of your page, leaving room for your flowers. Next, you're going to get either your black or brown marker to do the stalks of your cherry blossoms. So grabbing that marker, we're going to draw some stems that just kind of go up and over to the top of the page, and you want them to go down into your vase. And then you can have another smaller branch come out off of your first branch, And we can put some different ones in our vase. So we want to have a pretty full vase so we can put lots of flowers. Now I'm just adding some smaller branches to those first branches. And that way I have lots of different places to put these beautiful cherry blossom flowers. You can even have one that kind of comes down over the edge if you like. So I'm just adding those little branches in, and I think that's looking pretty good. So my next step is to add the cherry blossoms. For the last step, we're going to add some red and white cherry blossoms. You could also use pink. Now, if you don't have tissue paper, you could just be drawing some little red, little wiggly squiggly flowers on, and it just starts to look so pretty as you add these on. But if you do have tissue paper, and that's what we're using in my class, that looks even more amazing. So what we're going to do is get our scissors, and we're going to cut some little pieces of tissue paper. And so I'm going to cut it into smaller pieces, and I'm going to squish it up into little balls that I can just put on there like little flowers. So I've got some of this white tissue paper. I'm just going to make some little strips, and then I'm going to squish them up, and then they'll look like little flowers. I wouldn't use a glue stick for this. I would get out a white squeezy glue for this one, and then you're going to put a little drop of glue. You don't want it to be huge. And then you're going to set the tissue paper in that drop and let it dry on there. So we're going to do this in a few different places. Now I like to combine different colors, so I'm going to do some white flowers, I'm going to do some peach ones, and some red ones. So you're just going to go around and put some glue. Different places you'd like to have flowers on your branches. And then you're going to drop that tissue paper into that glue spot. So I'm going to put another little drop of glue around here. And then I'm going to keep adding tissue, little tissue flowers. So you can see it's starting to look so awesome. So we'll just put some more glue spots out. And then when you're satisfied with how much or how many tissue flowers you have, then you are completely finished with your Ming Dynasty inspired vase with cherry blossom flowers. I love using the tissue paper because it gives it a cool 3D look. I think I'm going to add just a couple more flowers. highlight one right there. Here. And there. All right, we are all done with this beautiful vase and our cherry blossom flowers. I can't wait to see what you create.